guys? It's Mars with the Gravity Project, and I'm here with.
Nova.
And today we're just going to be talking about 10 reasons why DC is a great game. I recently just did a video on the things that are making it boring or not too exciting. And I don't want to, have the whole thing be negative. DC is still a great game, so I just like to point out some of the things that make it such a great game. All right, that being said, my number 10 and least significant reason why DC is a great game would be the styles. I think there's just a bunch of great styles in the game, and it's nice to kind of dress up your character and see what looks good with your power and just, what you like. And it's cool because you get some stuff that's pretty iconic, just like the Scarecrow hat and the CC hood, stuff like that. So, I can really appreciate the style aspect of the game. How do you feel about that, Eclipse? Or Nova?
Yeah, I agree. One of my favorite things would be purchasing the very iconic armors. Both hero and villain side have pretty good ones. But yeah, that's about it.
Yep. All right. So on that point, we are agreeable. Another thing that I really enjoy about the game is its accuracy. Um, in terms of the characters along the lines of who's in the game and kind of some of the environments and stuff like that. I like that there's that accuracy. Gotham looks like Gotham, Metropolis looks like Metropolis, and then all the characters pretty much remain how they are in previous settings such as the cartoons and the movies and stuff like that. So I can appreciate that. Let's see what's next on my list. Next on my list is factions. I like the fact that you were able to choose hero or villain, and that you were kind of able to make your own character and live amongst the different factions in two different manners. And another thing I like about that is while it gives you variety, it's also not too much to choose from. Some of these other MMOs give you a bunch of different I guess races and then factions along with the races to choose from, and sometimes that makes it really hard to make a decision, and sometimes that actually ends up changing um, how you play through the game, and sometimes it's not as exciting as you would like it to be because you've chosen the wrong faction or race. So that is why that makes number 7 for me. After factions, or no, that was 8. Sorry. After factions, 7 would be travel. Yeah, like out of all the games that I've played, DC by far has some of the coolest ways to travel. I think super speed and flight are just ridiculously fun. When I first got on this game, there was nothing more fun to me than after I hit level 9 and got supersonic, just flying around and being stupid with flying and stuff, flight. So I really enjoy that. And yeah, let's see. Right after travel is the fact that it's just so aesthetically pleasing. The game looks great. Like even right now, we're in a terrific environment. As you can see, there's a lot of detail. It's very high quality. They put a lot of time into the backgrounds, and just everything looks really good. Like this lantern is a construct, and you can see that he's transparent. He has, the right opacity. Like he's not the same opacity as how Jordan to show that he was a construct and not a real person. And then we can even come out here and look outside at OA and stuff and see that it's pretty good quality stuff out here. It's decent at least. There's some games that just don't care at all. So
Yeah, and if I may,
yeah,
another thing I really like about this is being a fan of like DC Universe, of course. Um, it's very accurate to the source material.
right.
It's not like they piece together stuff. They took the time to go get actual writers and artists from DC Comics and actually come in and do the game, which I don't know, I like the fact that they're going through the effort.
All right, yeah. I think we can all appreciate that. That's one of the best aspects of the game. Oh man, let's try to. There you go, good cola. But yeah. After that, I have on my list. And it has great gameplay. Um, although the mechanics to play well are surprisingly more advanced than you would expect from a game like this, I think that the overall gameplay is fairly simple and it's enjoyable. It's not too much to think about. Like I don't like a lot of PC games because there's just too much commands to go through. But I like this game because just the way it plays is pretty smooth to me. I enjoy that. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I coming from a mostly FPS background, um, this was a nice change of pace for me, but I've never really had too much problems with the mechanics of the game as other people have. But I mean, I like the way that it does take some effort for you to be good, but
Hmm.
it's not too hard to the point where you just quit the game because you can't, find a good loadout.
Right, yeah. I think no matter what, even if you're not doing too much damage or something is lacking, I think the game is still enjoyable, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like even when I was a sucky DPS, it's like I still kind of had fun, which sounds stupid, but you know. All right. After great gameplay, kind of goes back into the accuracy of the game. I put the environments are really nice. Like a good example would be Zamaron. Um, Zamaron looks just as it does in the comics, and I think they did a really good job with the graphics and kind of the whole environment of that alert. It looks tremendous, and I actually really appreciate when the environments are done well like that. After environments, I have that it has relatable content. Like I think we all know about Batman, Superman, and so on, and I think we all enjoy their presence in the game. We've all seen the stuff they can do, and kind of can appreciate the fact that they're in the game, them and their respective villains and so on. All right. After the relatable content, I have um, new powers on mine. I think that for any of us who have, or of you rather, who have played RPGs previously, it's like the powers seem to be like pretty basic, like almost generic for some of them. Like like there's always like a fireball power or some type of blizzard or wind gust type, type of thing. Like I guess those World of Warcraft type games all have similar powers. Most of the MMOs kind of have a similar power background, and I think DC brought some really cool powers to the table, like mental and quantum, celestial. Those are all I think pretty pretty new to just games in general, and I enjoy using them. And then of course there's things that other games just wouldn't have because they're not part of that franchise or company, whatever, such as the hard light powers. No other games would have that because that is a DC Universe thing. And last but not least, I just think DC is such a great game because there's not really any other game out there like it. Um, there's a bunch of RPGs where you can make your own character and stuff, but I think like like from the stuff that I've mentioned previously on the list, like in terms of the gameplay and the movement and the powers that come with the game, it's an experience that probably a lot of people haven't had before while gaming, and I think that's what makes it such a great game. That's why I can't seem to pull away from it. It's like no matter what game I switch to, I always end up coming back to DC. So there's something to be said for that. How do you feel about it, Eclipse
Um,
Nova?
Nothing but I agree. I mean, I most of y'all on the if you guys are subs, you guys know I do Destiny content. I'm on Destiny all the time, but I always have to come back to DC. It's just something about it.
Yeah, it's just one of those games. It's like you can't let it go, and I think that's cool. It's fun.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty much our top 10 list from why DC is a great game. You can go ahead and look at the list at things that are making it boring at the moment. I would never say that it's not a good game, but it has been kind of monotonous recently. So take the time, check out those videos, like, comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me if you agree with this list or what you would change about it. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time.